there, Tracy Carr here in Surrey on this beautiful sunny January day. This is the first of 5 videos. I've committed to bringing you 5 videos, and that means tips on how to get your mojo back before our F-word event on February the 18th, which I really hope you're coming to because we're going to have a lot of fun. Part of what I'm doing over these next 5 weeks is interviewing senior leaders on not just their experiences, but what their clients and their colleagues and maybe even their friends and family are feeling at the moment, because we've all been through the last 2 or 3 years of heavy news, yeah, and we all know that on some level that has a massive impact on what's happening inside there, yeah. So, you know, get your mojo back is really about how do we reverse all of that negativity. And my first interview was with the awesome Harry Singer, and Harry was responsible for setting up the Youth Leadership Academy internationally, and most of you will know him for having achieved that enormous goal. And I had a very inspired chat with him a couple of days ago, and we decided that the first tip really needed to be that in order to get your mojo back, you've got to act like a child. And I don't say that lightly. I'm not saying, you know, go out there, play, have a party because that might make you feel better. I'm saying that when we forget to be like a child, we lose opportunity. Okay? Now, let me explain that. If you think about children and how they learn, think about how they learn to ride a bike, yeah? They get on, they fall off, they get on, they fall off, they get on, they fall off, umpty dozen times they get on and they fall off. And nobody ever says to them, please stop trying, you've tried enough times, it's never going to work. But how many times do we do that to ourselves as adults? We say, well, it hasn't worked in the past, so therefore it can't work again. And so my first tip is really to encourage you to, the Buddhists call it beginner's mind, yeah? Approach everything as though you haven't known it before, as though you couldn't possibly have any fear about it. And if you can weave into your day, your life, your week, your month, some activities that make you feel childlike, that give you that zing, that give you that exuberance for life, then find some ways of doing that, okay? So I'm going to ask you now, what do you do to get into that childlike state? And if you've got something to share, then share it on the fan page, share it on the F-word page, share it wherever you want. Please, because we want to know. I'm going to show you something about how I get my mojo going almost every day. Hold on. Here we go. It's my mini trampoline, and yeah, bouncing up and down on it. I can't help myself, sorry. Bouncing up and down on it is really good fun. It helps you stay in a childlike state, which then, when you're in the childlike state, not only keeps you open to possibility, but it expands your options. Okay, when you close down as adults do, when you get serious, when you say it can't be done because, or I don't want to because I'm going to look stupid, you shut down options, you shut down possibility, you close doors, yeah? Keep the doors open. Do anything that you can to keep the doors open and to stay in that childlike state, and particularly now in 2011. Gee, you know, I don't know about you, but I've had enough of the last 2 or 3 years of doom and gloom. And we all are collectively responsible for raising our consciousness and getting ourselves out of and back on track, back onto the life that we all deserve, hey? Now, before I finish, I just want to share one thing that Harry and I talked about, which we intend to collaborate on, and I'm going to invite you into this party as well, hey? He has made a goal. Let me give you the website. It's called www.everyukcity.com. He has a goal to train a coach in every city in the UK, and so that means 66 coaches in every city in the UK, and in return they make a pledge to go back into schools and take coaching services into schools. Now, part of what Grace and I, my daughter, want to do with the F-word is take this technology into teenage lives as well. Teenagers face an awful lot of fear, peer pressure, exams, how to look good, how to be thin, etc. And so our way of giving back, once we've built this community, is to work with Harry and make that dream a possibility, so that we can, through social media, through connections, through networks, through community, we can spread as much good as we possibly can. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Look out for next week. I shall be bringing you something exciting about MOJO next week. Bye for now.